back to casual play with Saheeli Sword Horse. So, first column is the combo. That still is exactly the same. Saheeli, her sword, her horse, the Brightcast Glare Hulk to tutor, and the Fiddich Core Mana Rock to cover the mount. Then we have the new additions. We're running Leyline Weaver. I've been testing this out. It's a nice mana dork that can also apply pressure for a 2-drop, pretty good. Also running Brood Spinner. It's a way to surveil. I think it's a good raid as well. A 2-free for 2 that obviously we can surveil. And if we need to, sack it to make a ton of insect flying tokens. It's another good creature that if Saheeli is out and we don't have the combo, I don't feel bad about copying a Brood Spinner and then sacking it to make a bunch more chump blockers or aggro creatures. Our other inclusion here is Kaito, the Blade of Nightmares, a ninjutsu planeswalker that can make emblems to make himself bigger because he's a ninja on your turn, can surveil 2 and draw a card, or tap stuff down. I included Kaito because in the old Saheeli list I used to play, I ran Chandra as a secondary planeswalker option, and I feel Kaito fills that role pretty well. I actually have also been dying to play with this card. The dream is to ninjutsu and Niv Mizzet and then recast it. As for interaction, we've gone to Vanishing Versus here just as a permanent removal. Still running the Helix as stabilization. We have a 1 of Supreme Verdict in case the board state gets out of control. Normally you wouldn't want this in a creature based deck, however since we can literally rebuild into a combo engine, that's fine. The rest is Niv, Bring to Light and Blood Tithe, and the mana base has had significant changes. We've literally stripped out every tap cycle land for all the shock lands to just try and go more aggro quicker if we can. The cycle lands were just killing us in combo games. That's the deck, sideboard's the same. Now let's move to gameplay. Match 1 versus I Hate Cucumber here with Saheeli Horse combo. Well, Saheeli Sword Horse combo. We are on ×2 speed, and I don't know why our opponent is taking so long here. This is, I think, an earlier version of the deck. Oof, a 1-land hand is not a keep. Mulligan down, okay. Obviously, I'm going to get rid of Bright Glass. Without Saheeli, doesn't make sense. We also can't cast it, and we get the turn 1 Fortsies. Taking the Bring to Light makes sense. We'll see what they are. Okay, they seem to be mono black discard. Yep, there's a Cruel Claw Heist. We got 2 removal, a Mana Rock, and a Leyline Weaver. No options taken there. Right, I'm going to run out the Leyline Weaver. I'm just going to play it slow, play some aggro, see what they do. Gifted Aetherborn, they know we have removal, so let's Tyrant Scorn, keep that off the board, apply pressure. That's what I like about Leyline Weaver. It's still a 2-2 if we don't... Okay, there's a Graveyard Trespasser. Yeah, let's just get rid of that, and we'll discard the Fawn. They're going to Fatal Push the Leyline Weaver, so I'm going to float a green in response. They are down to 1 card in hand. Let's set up with a Brood Spinner here. Ooh, Niv on the top. Right, so we're going to have to do it this way because we've got to be careful of potential board interaction. We're going to have to play the Fable, hold, and not crack it until we draw the Niv next turn. This will give us insurance against Fortsies Protects. Oh. Right, this was something I want to ask. What the hell is this? So, look at this. We were having some issues with internet. So, why do we not automatically go back into the game arena? If you're going to, like, have a connection issue, why do you not go back into the game? Like, it is bad when I have to say this, where the more efficient solution to blips in internet or connectivity are handled better on your 20-year-old Windows program held together with Scotch tape. Like, what the hell, Arena? Alright, back to it, rant over. Let's go for the Fable Passage. And I have the board ready here because I wanted to cover this. Now our opponent is having the connection issues. I can't imagine how this works on mobile. Like, if you step out of a signal zone for 2 seconds in a train or something, you suddenly can never reconnect to your match. For a game that was supposed to be about convenient play stuff and portable play to play Magic at any time, it really doesn't facilitate it. I think they gave up on that. Like, I haven't heard. Yeah, rant over here. Alright, Fable Passage response. So, let's get our second white source in case we need anything there, and let's go for it. And as per the promise of other things,
reload.
We have the reload. Yep, burn your last card to let me get all of these cards in my hand. So, I'm going to say this. Yep, they all concede to that. Right, and pass it back. This is something I've noticed a lot with Arena, and I don't know if it's maybe... Someone did make a good point to me when I was talking about it. It might be considered just people grinding dailies. I've noticed how people spam the first, like, you know, first target available. It's like, I've got one removal spell. I'm going to kill the 1/1 that they play immediately just to cast the spell. And in reality, I'm thinking to myself, probably you should just hold it up for the bigger threat. Alright, so we'll go for Watery Grave here. We'll go towards the Finch Core here. Well, let's get the Spider down. Brute Spin has been very impressive for me. Fatal Push is fine. See, look at that. They Fatal Push that. I'm just going to ditch 2 cards here and look for one of our Enders. I want to hold the Fable Passage as long as possible here. Obviously, I want it for 4 lands when I can come it onto play untapped. But also, I want to cover it for the bases of the Gear Hulk. That's the hardest thing to cast in this deck. So I want to literally wait and see if I have anything there. Oh, we have... I remember this game. So this is the old school sideboard, where an opponent keeps effects like this, where they have double Necromunda, and they think to themselves, I've took out the core of your deck. And I'm like, well, that doesn't really matter to me because my deck literally can go without it. Let's use Saheeli here to just start scrying and gain advantage. Because we have the Flinch Core, so if we draw a Bring to Light here and they take out Saheeli or we have additional effects, we'll be fine. Let's Tyrant Scorn, discard the additional core here. Don't think Mono Black has artifact removal yet, unless the commander players have begged for it so much that their wizard is going to cave and break more of the colour pie. Let's put Yorion into hand here and just apply pressure. So they clearly don't have hardcore removal for Saheeli. So if we can get up to 6 mana here, there's a Graveyard Glutton, and we only have the Helix currently. But they crack the second spell. Interesting. The Cruel Claw, probably going to take Yorion. Yep, they just don't want us to have any threats. Right, pass back. I'm going to start with a Saheeli plus. Brute Spin is fine. Helix, the Graveyard Trespasser. I'm going to discard the other Vanishing Verse here, pass back. Activate the Flinch Core because it's also a 4/4 to hit him down. That should prompt them to either play... Oh, no, there's a Shieldred. Alright, we will play the Brute Spinner. I'm going to keep this Vanishing Verse on top here, plus the Saheeli. Keep that on top. Pass back. Opponent goes to their turn, swings in with Shieldred. I'm going to let it hit, because we don't need that. We just need that. And they concede. I don't know why. I think they just got mad. Alright. Game 2 here. This opening hand is... yeah, it's fine. We can go for a turn 2 Lightning Helix into Saheeli, into potential Niv here. Oh, another Thoughtseize deck. So, yes, interesting. Showing respect to Saheeli, that's a very weird choice. I'm guessing they have more discard because I'm guessing... Okay, Wither Bloom Command. Oh, it's it's our favorite. It's the Greasefang deck. So this is Abzan Greasefang. So there's a Vessel of Nascency or whatever. They're gonna mill. There's the Chariot. I'm not seeing the Thoughtseize glitch gets us another Saheeli here. So looking at this, I'm going to play Saheeli because they don't have the Pahilion and ooh, okay. I'm going to keep the Gear Hulk. Controversial choice there, but if we get lucky. Bit of Triumph, pain-free life, Fort sees us. This would probably be the point to take Niv here, or the Helix. This will indicate what they have in their hand. Okay, they definitely have the Greasefang, because they kept... Okay, no, the Rafine's Informant, discarding Chariot. Third Fort Seas, because, of course. I'm just going to Vanishing Verse here, get rid of their creature, because... Okay, they take the Gear Hulk that we can't cast, which is interesting. Got to pass back. We desperately need to... Okay, nope, got to pass back again. We're just drawing lands here, so let's play a Blood Tithe. I'm going to pop the land here, discard the Gear Hulk. There's another Saheeli. Alright, so we just need a 5th land. Please, game. Vessel doesn't hit anything important. They do have... Oh. Flinch Core. Okay. We could achieve the combo here in a turn or two. Oh, they just concede. Oh, we had the horse combo and, well, we were 2 turns away, but... Alright, you know what this means? It's a graveyard deck. And it's actually a graveyard deck where Leyline will be good, because Leyline is not bugged. Well, Leyline is bugged, but we won't go into that. I told a friend of mine who was playing... We were playing Commander, and we literally had this argument because I explained... He was like, no, Sephiroth still works through Leyline. It's how it works on Arena. I've seen it. And I play it in Brawl. I'm like, no, that's a bug. It shouldn't work like that. We had to get judges on the thing on it. Okay, so. There's a Rafine's Informant. This could be a turn 3 Parhelion. Yep. Alright. Shock. Hold up mana. If they have the Greasefang here, the worst thing would be, there's a Lily. Alright, Leyline Weaver, I'm afraid you gotta go. They swing in with a Rafine. I'm gonna play the Valgavoth Slayer here. I'm gonna hold it on red to hold up the Lightning Helix if needed. There's a Vessel, so they clearly don't have the Greasefang. That's what they're looking for. They don't find it there, but they do find their land. Plussing again. I think the Gear Hulk's got to go here. Vanishing Verse Lily. Helix will work, taking out the potential Greasefang in response to the trigger. So we're gonna play the Brood Spinner. Alright, 2 things in the graveyard. Let's just look for a way out of this. Alright, there's a land. They have 2 cards in hand. I'm putting a stop there because if they play Greasefang, I want to respond by taking them out before they go for that trigger. I'll trade there. I don't care about creatures going to graveyard. I'm going to play the Flinch Core, and I'm going to hold it back because I'm going to hold up this, like I said, the Helix is there. Oof, there's an Overlord for 5. Getting back a Rafine. So they're still digging for that Greasefang. There's a Niv, so you know what time it is. Reload! Oh, and only a 2 hit. That's rough. That is rough. There's a Cash Grab. There's the Greasefang. Okay, that destroys mana 4 or less. There's the Triumph, so they can't Greasefang this turn. We could just be in trouble here. Rafine's Informant. They have double Greasefang, so even if we had a Fort Seas effect, they're insulated. There's a Gear Hulk, but we die to... Yeah, we concede. They have lethal on board, so we can't respond by kill... Well, I suppose we could have killed the Greasefang. Maybe that was a bit of a quick concession in hindsight. Alright, go to the next one. This hand is terrible, but a Leyline of the Void might be unkillable here. So let's just play the Leyline, play a land, and pass back. They're going to Fort Seas, find double Niv. We ensure our Nivs. Get the Leyline Weaver down. There's a Rafine's Informant. Discarding a card. They did try to discard the Parhelion, yeah. Leyline of the Void is bugged, but it's not that bugged, guy. They go for a Duress, find nothing but creatures. Next turn we can literally cast Niv and go for the reload from there. Unless they kill the Leyline Weaver here. No, just going to attack in for free. I'm going to do this Fable Passage in the end step. Going to get a white, because we can tap red with the Leyline Weaver. Okay, Visage you. Should have probably used that on the Leyline of the Void. So they did have an answer, but they just didn't want to cast it. Reload. Kaito, Bring to Light, and a Vanishing Verse, hitting them down to 14 here, and they concede. Yeah, they should have took out the I don't know why they didn't take out the Leyline. Final game for this video of Saheeli Sword Horse SSH. This hand has mana ramp, removal, and pressure creatures. We'll keep it. Oh, okay, flying creature. Funnily enough, all of our spiders have reach, so yeah, let's throw down some blockers. Oh, this is blue-white flyers. Respect. Alright, no interaction or removal, so let's start with... Let's shock in, play the Blood type Harvester. Make a blood. I'm okay passing back. I want to see what they go for here. We have a Niv on free. There's a Seam Rip. Gonna target the Blood type. Interesting choice. End step, I'm gonna Helix the Momo. See if we can respond with anything. There's the bait for the counterspell. Perfect. So let's throw out Niv and get the reload now. Reload. Kaito, Saheeli, and a Bring to Light. Nice. Pass it back. We have a good stop against anything big on their turn. There's a Catilda. Going to be a big flyer eventually. Alright. Oh. Okay. Let's Bright Glass. Untap. They don't have a counter, so let's grab the combo. This altar and the sword. Then let's play a second spider as another way to block. We'll keep that on top and pass back. Alright, so play a land. Crack the Fable here. They could have got counter magic, so I'm thinking best bet is let's go for the Kaito. So let's swing it with the Bright Gas, because that's the best trade we potentially have. Then let's just Kaito Ninjutsu in. We'll go for the Surveil 2 and draw. We'll draw the land here. We want to have enough mana to go for a full Saheeli combo in one go. So we need full 6 mana to do it. There's a Surge Engine. That's a scary thing in a deck like this, particularly with the can't be blocked. Alright, they have one card in hand here. I'm going to end step go for the Vanishing Verse. And it was indeed a counter spell, so they let us get back this. So in response, let's alter the Brood, cast Saheeli, play the sword, and with the final mana, equip Saheeli, now that we know the coast is clear, and execute the combo. So, new sound. Showing a bit of love to Killer Instinct here. Alright, so we're executing the combo, and is the opponent going to pass the etiquette check, or are they going to make us do this for 50 times? They let it go. Alright. Good that we got the combo in at least one video here, but in game 1 I will count that we had the Saheeli horse line. I'm going to take the horse out here because I don't feel... So it's a bit controversial to take out the combo when we're trying for it. But I'm guessing that they're going to bring in a substantial amount of hate for the Saheeli line here. So this is kind of the game you play with combo decks where... Oh, I should also say Multiversal Passage. I forgot in the deck tech. That's another card we've added as a way to just help out against stuff. Goldforge Fopterex. I do love that card, but apart from Momo, I don't know how many legendaries I saw in your deck. Let's shock in here and play the Leyline Weaver. It's another blocker. This is the problem, I think, the blue-white deck... Oh, no, they... The problem with a lot of these decks have is, if you don't have flash creatures like the spirits, you are either slow on your turn or fast on your opponents. Alright, let's go green, untapped, play the Brood Spinner because it's another reach blocker. Surveil 2 on enter. Oh, baby, okay, Bring to Light can go away. We've already got one. We'll keep the Niv on top here. Let's see what the opponent wants to do. Surge Engine. They're holding up 2 mana for a counterspell. So, let's play tapped and play Saheeli. Oh my god, they had a counterspell. This is fine though, because... Let's see what they go for. They make the Surge Engine unblockable. Swing in. Oh, Clarion. That might be perfect. So, let's attempt for the Bring to Light here, which will untap the Leyline Weaver. Oh, it resolves. I was not expecting it to resolve. Then in that case, I'm just going to get a hard cast Supreme Verdict to wipe all their creatures, because they also have something that's unblockable and something that gives ward. Yeah, it can't be countered, so we'll let that go. Right, there's 5 mana. Okay. Flinch Core. They clearly have something here, but I'm going to run out of Saheeli either way. Let's go for the old Scry. Oh, there's their response to Saheeli. A flash enchantment. Pass it back. They play a land, pass back. You know what? I'm going to try for the Niv. And they concede. Good game, sir. So we got the combo off once. I like in the deck so far.